Wicked the stage musical has become a cultural phenomenon in its own right, becoming a pretty instant fan favorite after it premiered in 2003, and has gone on to be the second highest grossing Broadway show of all time. This on its own would have made a film adaptation of the property unavoidable, but of course this story has its own long connection to the movies. Wicked the musical is based very loosely on Gregory Maguire's 1995 novel, Wicked: The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, which was a more three-dimensional look at the life of the titular Wicked Witch of the West, who became an iconic figure in the public consciousness with her brief villainous appearance in the 1939 classic The Wizard of Oz, which was itself based off of Frank L. Baum's 1900 children's novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Taking that well-known story and using it to explore themes of belonging and finding one's true self is a long-standing part of its history. One of the most iconic retellings is 1978's The Wiz, which, like both Wicked and The Wizard of Oz, first appeared on Broadway. In this adaptation, Dorothy isn't a pigtailed little girl from Kansas, but a young schoolteacher from Harlem, played by the legendary Diana Ross. Wicked the book decided to take a look at the story's themes of alienation and coming to find confidence in oneself from a different perspective, from that of the story's villain, here named Elphaba. The book, as its title suggests, is specifically about her, the girl who would go on to become the Wicked Witch of the West, the motivations behind her choices, and how she was shaped by and used by a cruel world. The book is quite political, more interested in Elphaba's activism and attempts to combat the oppression she sees in the world. Some of this made it into the book's stage adaptation, but with most of the sharper edges sanded way down. The focus was also shifted to be more about Elphaba and Galinda turned Glinda, with Glinda's role being magnified significantly, and the political themes sidelined in favor of a story about friendship. Interestingly, part of this shift also comes from the framing of the telling of the story. While the book is from Elphaba's point of view, the musical is from Glinda's, opening with her coming down to recount the story, and that is indeed the main theme of the book and the musical, how one's image and work can be twisted by others to support their own propaganda and aims. There have been talks about adapting the musical for the screen pretty much since it hit it big on Broadway, with a few different versions being whispered about but never coming to fruition. Then in 2022, it finally happened. A real announcement about a film adaptation that was actually happening. The earliest teaser images released were disappointing to say the least. And then the behind-the-scenes drama revolving around Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's dubious relationship timeline overtook pretty much all discussion of the film for a time. But now it's finally here for us to judge for ourselves. So, how is it?